Matthew's frozen in time.
I'm doing performance art right now. Sometimes you can stand very still and scowl, and it's considered art if you can explain the point you're trying to make.
Or, even if you can't, if you do it for long enough that people start paying attention, then I think that counts.
Do I look a little bit like a puppet that Robbi bought that's sitting on a chair next to her? I mean, look how much smaller I am. I mean, I think this reminds me of The Lord of the Rings, where when they filmed The Lord of the Rings, they put Gandalf up close to the camera and then put the hobbits in the background, and it looked like they were tiny people. I think at that time that was the best way to do that. Now they would just say, "Computer, make them look smaller."
I feel like...
No, it worked pretty well. But I feel like right now, I feel like you're Hobbit.
Was it really that long ago?
Are a majestic wizard.
That they didn't just green screen
Where is your long white beard, Robbi Gandalf? Where is your staff of magic and delight? I feel like the show is off to a strange start.
It is, I know.
But is that not usually... Look how much brighter it is when I'm the same size as Robbi. I feel no longer dwarfed. I'm going to take my extremely heavy phone out of my pocket because it's making me sag to the side. Friends, how are you? Friends, it is a very exciting day.
There's already been lots of chit-chat on the sidebar.
Anything we need to know? Is anyone...
lots of people saying hi.
Did anyone get a new car? Did anyone...
Nobody got a new car.
Rename their dog a different name?
Slim is back.
Yeah?
Wait,
where was Slim?
Profile pic.
Where was Slim? Was Slim missing?
It's just a new profile pic. Sorry.
We've got some drawing to do today.
There's been a question about whether cats or dogs are better.
That's not a question. That's a completely misguided...
Oh, Cats the Musical is free this weekend, you guys.
Oh my gosh, I've got to watch it. Is it
on YouTube?
Because it's Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's marching through them all. It's on YouTube from Friday at 2 o'clock to Sunday at 2 o'clock. And you guys, if any of you out there are Hamilton fans, I'm sure you've heard... But on Disney Plus, starting July 3rd, Hamilton. We are going to watch it July 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Oh my gosh.
Here's what I think is going to happen.
What?
I think the internet is going to break. I think Disney's not going to be able to feed all those people who are hungry for Hamilton.
Well, that would be a coup in its own right.
Yes.
I can't wait. You guys, I love the music to Hamilton. If you don't know it, listen to it if you can.
We learned so many things about history.
Ask your parents first, because there's some spicy language in it.
There is a little spicy language.
A little spicy language, but it's...
That's the part I like
I know,
about
Robbi.
it.
I'm Hercules Mulligan! Those of you who know, Hercules Mulligan's got a little bit of potty mouth, but he's a revolutionary.
That's right.
He's got to say it like it is.
Sometimes you just got to say the bad words. No, don't tell your parents I said that. You never have to say the bad words. Use clear, eloquent language.
If any of your parents want to have a sidebar conversation with us, we have strong opinions about strong language, but we'll share it for the Robbi and Matthew Parents Hour. Edition. We should do that sometime. Should we have a parent hour where we get together with just parents. Amy Schaefer and Grant, they'd be here. Alice would be here. Alice would get up in the middle of the night in England.
5 of us.
She would get up in the middle of the night in England. Becky would be here. Michael would be here. There's lots of parents who would chime in for Robbi and Matthew Parent Hour, where we could just say bad words and talk about our taxes. All right. Robbi and Matthew Story Hour.
Day of Taylor Ham's revival. Is it supposed to arrive today?
It is supposed to arrive today, you guys. In fact, one of the agenda items, we'll just see. All right, here we go.
See.
Hello!
Hello!
Taylor Ham.
Progress status update.
All right, here you go. The reason I brought my phone is that on my phone is a Taylor
Ham
tracker.
What?
Yeah, man. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to push this button. Taylor Ham offers you a service where you could see your little ham moving across the country.
Where is our Taylor Ham?
All right, scheduled delivery Wednesday, 5/13/2020. That's today.
Oh,
by the end of today.
5:13 o'clock, and I was like, holy smokes, they have it really pinned down
on FedEx vehicle for delivery.
Well,
it left Seaford, Delaware. Okay. Delaware is the state next to this state.
It's very close. And here's the thing. Our FedEx deliveries usually come. Well, it might come during this.
If it comes during this show, I am going to slice pieces off
and
force it through the internet so each of you gets a delicious bite of Taylor Ham.
I worry a little that if our FedEx guy knows that this is a Taylor Ham.
No, he's a professional. He would not eat my Taylor Ham. He knows that would put him at personal risk. He really deserves the entire 3 pounds. What does that say?
Water.
Yeah, I mean, this is very straightforward. We're just going to do some water.
I know, you really took out all of the
pour this on Robbi, and that would technically satisfy the agenda item of water.
Well, that's true.
Do you want the one with less water? Do you want the lesser one?
I used that to take some of my pills this morning.
Chin. Doubly Daxon Jansen.
Dackety.
Robbi.
Wait, what is it called?
Jackety Danson.
Jackety Danson.
Well, we got to innovate. I feel like it's growing stale.
It's not growing stale. It hasn't caught on in the greater world yet. We have to persist.
We care not for the greater world.
We do.
Our micro niche market of friends and fans. Here we go.
Waylon coming in with some good chocolate facts, buddy.
Thank you, Waylon. I'm going to move on to the next item of the agenda. From water to...
Taylor Ham Products status update.
All right, let's check in.
Is it still on its way from Seaford,
It is
Delaware?
still expected by the end of the day. It is still on a truck from Seaford,
I
Delaware.
bet that Taylor Ham is sweating right
I
now.
wanted a little bit more progress than that. What does that say? Songs?
There's a funny joke that's happening in the sidebar.
What is it?
Waylon wrote, the smell of chocolate increases theta brainwaves, which triggers relaxation. Chocolate has over 600 flavor compounds, while red wine has 200. Very interesting facts. Then Simon follows up with, here's my chocolate research. Chocolate has a more complex flavor than red wine. Way to get somebody else to do your research for you.
Good work.
Good work,
and
Simon.
I like how Simon distilled
Yes.
it. He distilled it. He took Waylon's data and he distilled it into a more of a sound bite, which is a really important skill and job. There's some people whose entire jobs it are, named Matthew Swanson, to take a bunch of stuff,
all of the information that other people
and
gather,
winnow it down into one little chocolatey bite of words that you can eat and go, whoo, whoo, whoo.
Yes.
Okay, so
Instead
hopefully...
of pouring all of the chocolate on them.
When some of you guys are getting ready to go to college, you might read things that I wrote and got sent in the mail to you from colleges trying to persuade you.
And you'll say, what genius wrote this ad
What
copy?
delightful prose is this? All right, so do we do songs, Robbi? I feel like you're resisting the songs category.
Oh, no,
Well, it could be theme songs, or you could just burst into song.
Oh.
Taylor Ham is coming your way. Taylor Ham is coming today. I bet it's gonna be tasty and salty and not sweet because it's not sugary based. It's not chocolate. It's Taylor Ham. It's not chocolate.
Really, we should be singing a song about chocolate.
Why? I was singing a song about what's not chocolate. I was singing a song about not chocolate. Right now, Taylor Ham is the abiding theme that goes from week to week to week. It is the Uber theme, okay? To heck with your weekly theme. They are ephemeral. Taylor Ham is always. All right. Songs. Robbi, please give us a song. Pick one of the above.
I want to go back.
To the good old days?
To the delight of the original Robbi and Matthew theme song.
All right, everybody cleanse your palate.
Thank you to
Drew. Forget everything you've ever known.
I just mean, I think we've started taking this theme song for granted.
We've drifted.
What delight we got when we were surprised with the arrival of the theme song.
We are no longer tethered to our founding values.
The Robbi and Matthew show.
It's such a sort of like...
It's angelic.
Crispy?
I
mean, it has a very fresh taste.
Oh, I think it does have a fresh taste.
Yes.
It's like celery.
It is,
Good, it's good roughage.
Yes.
No. Yes, no?
It's crispy and delightful. It's like a watermelon.
Yes, but it cleans you out.
Sweet,
you
but
eat it,
refreshing.
and 4 hours later you feel evacuated, right? I think that's... No? Okay.
We're talking about different things.
Songs. Matthew.
Matthew scowls at the continuing lack of ham.
I mean, I'm just anticipating that the ham is not going to have arrived. It's not arrived yet.
No. Is that a scowl? I don't know if that qualifies.
I'm not very good at scowling. I try. I usually smile.
I thought a scowl was with your eyes, not with your lips. What are you doing?
I mean, don't you use your whole face to make an expression? You don't scowl with your eyes. Your lips are doing something.
Well, I could scowl.
Don't try to pretend. Here we go. What do you think? Was that a scowl? Do you guys feel like I'm upset? Look how tired my eyes are. Do you see how crumply tired my eyes are?
Yeah. Okay, Robbi inks her drawing while home viewers make appropriately delighted sounds.
Okay, so guys, this is a multi-purpose agenda item.
Wait. I thought that this agenda item ended at the end of the first line, which was
Robbi inks her drawing while home.
Robbi inks her drawing while home. I thought this was a social distancing.
You guys, your job for the next 15 minutes are to go, ooh, oh, okay? Now, I want any parents listening, to confirm that your children are making the right sounds. I want you to be delighted in an audible way. Do you understand? Let's practice again. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, wow. Okay. All right. That's what I want to hear all throughout the land. Okay. If you want to do recordings with your voice memos and send them to us in an email,
we don't want
no, I do. I would play them tomorrow. Okay. If you want to make sounds of delight, I can play them whenever Robbi is feeling glum. In fact, I beseech you, send me sounds of delight from when you watch Robbi draw so that we can convince Robbi that we enjoy it and that she is talented and that we love her. Okay, I'm going to get your keyboard out of the way.
Okay.
Robbi, you're going to help, these guys are going to help you pick a color, or have you picked a color?
Well, I haven't picked a color. So
Okay.
I have my paper.
Okay.
And here, wait. What I did was, I'm going to kind of freehand this, guys. So, excuse me.
Oh, okay. Freehanded. She's
Yes.
going freewheeling.
So what I did was, I took this Coco from yesterday, which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
And I drew a bigger version of it.
Okay.
Just to sort of clarify where stuff
Look at
goes.
that big old cheek. He's got a big cheek.
He's got a big flappity cheek.
Yeah.
And so then I'm going to use this just as my visual reference while I draw.
Okay.
So I'm not tracing like I did last time, right?
Right.
I'm just going to be looking kind of back and forth.
But
from
are you
this
going to draw
my-
with pencil before you draw with ink?
No, I'm
You're
just
going
gonna-
straight in?
Yes. And the nice thing about this is it's so fast that if I mess up, I'll just rip that paper out and do another one.
As you rip it out, will you say,
I'll say, fine. Yeah.
yeah!
Okay.
Not, oh.
No.
Ooh.
Then
Okay.
at that point, if that happens, you all can go, oh no!
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but I want you to record that as well.
So, yes.
Okay.
So this is what I'm going to be referring to.
Okay.
These are the different colors of paper that I am thinking of using. So there's like a gray with little speckles on it. There's a lighter
I'm feeling something warmer
gray.
than that, Robbi.
Okay, then there's like an
I
orange
vote-
sort of terracotta.
Oh, except what color's the dog going to be?
Well, I don't know. See,
Because you want it to contrast,
I want it to
right?
contrast.
Maybe he should be warm against a cool
So
environment.
this is a it's not white. It looks like it's white, but if you look there, that's white. So there's sort of yellow, then like rich terracotta, then like brown with some light brown with some speckles, and then there's some like ash color with speckles.
Can I opine? Mm-hmm. I would like it to be the rich terracotta, but then have the dog be a whitish dog.
Okay.
So that he pops
out
against the
bit.
rich terracotta.
I think that's a good plan.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, part of the reason for using colored paper is that when you paint white on it, then it really does. So it makes the midtones richer, and it makes the whites brighter.
Okay.
And
it does not make the midtones have more money. By richer, Robbi means
yes.
a more saturated sort of
Yes.
feel. Okay.
Okay. So now,
Like whole milk instead of skim milk.
while I'm setting this up, I do have something that I want to show you. It's a YouTube video that you can probably watch the whole YouTube video of. I only watched the first part because it is amazing. Somebody posted it on, our friend Stacy posted it on Twitter this morning, and I started to watch it. I didn't watch the whole thing. There might be some bad words in it. I don't know.
Well, shouldn't we know that before you play it?
No, in the first part there aren't.
Oh, okay.
But
later on?
If you watch the whole thing.
We're only endorsing some of the video.
The first part that I'm going to show you while I set up the...
I do like the headline of this video.
Yes, it's kind of amazing.
Okay.
But hold on.
Okay, so enjoy this video briefly while Robbi sets you up.
While I set up the other screen.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So hold on.
Okay, I'm ready. Goodbye, though, guys. We're gonna...
No, we're not. No, we're not. There we go. Okay.
That's not me, you guys.
That's not Matthew.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
This is instead of a wheat field, right?
Yeah, you're watching this instead of a wheat field.
Okay, here we go.
Oops. Come on.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
If you miss with this backboard, then you really suck.
Oh.
So a few weeks ago, I built this backboard that would direct tons of shots into the hoop. It was fun, but I came out of it a little bit dissatisfied. There's physical limits to how many shots it can direct in. In particular, it has problems with line drives. I just couldn't let that stand. So at the risk of embroiling myself in a never-ending game of self-one-upmanship, I decided to build a V2. And the goal is to fix as many of its shortcomings as possible. So it turns out great. Not only does it sync shots, it knows all about your shot.
That's
and where it
amazing!
came from, so you can potentially do some cool training things like know if you're shooting consistently. Thanks to facial recognition, it also knows who is shooting.
Oh my gosh.
This makes it really easy to just completely wreck my wife.
Oh, because he can make it so that she misses?
You are really good at basketball.
So
You really suck at basketball.
So this is a neat...
All right. So,
That's great.
Right? Isn't that cool?
Oh my
so
gosh.
I will I guess I will post the link to that. Hold on. Now I have to get... There we are.
Okay.
I will post the link to that in
Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful.
Right?
Yes.
So I love that people are inventive and was clever, and they used their inventiveness for like weird purposes.
That's so cool.
Right?
Well, I bet that guy has a great job where he uses those things
true.
for other purposes too.
Purposes.
But I'm glad that when he gets home at night,
yes,
for many years, Robbi and I made books because we loved them, not because they were making any money for us while I did my other job during the day.
Yes.
Right? So we identify.
Sorry, guys,
All right.
that we're talking and we're not showing you anything.
Okay.
I have this problem now where I forgot to turn off. There we go. All right.
Wait a second, Robbi.
Okay,
Say
hold on.
Hello.
Hello.
We're checking our connection.
Okay.
All right, we are now live. Robbi, what? Where are you going?
I have to get my pen.
Oh my gosh, you guys, bad timing. Hello, everyone who might have joined us on Instagram. Robbi rushed across the room to get her pen. She's going to do a little live drawing. She's going to do a little live sketching. She didn't even make a sketch this week. She's just going to go for it.
Guys.
What made you feel so reckless, Robbi?
Well, I just ran out of time. That's what made me feel reckless.
Yeah,
but,
sometimes great ingenuity comes from having...
here's the thing.
Yeah, okay, who are we going to draw?
There's my dog reference.
It's a dog named Coco.
Coco.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've lost all of the things.
Oh.
I've lost all of the things that I'm supposed to use to draw with.
Oh, man.
Here,
you guys, this is the inside, scoop on how it works, how it feels to be in the barn here.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that interesting thing that everybody's watching on YouTube right now, that empty
You know that
plate.
you're showing yourself.
Yeah,
Matthew.
because there's nothing else to show right now, because you're not here. All right.
Okay.
All right, here she is.
Here's my pen.
All right.
Here's my pen
Okay.
with the nib that is hopefully in good shape,
Okay.
so it won't
All
get
right.
ruined here. But it's probably going to get ruined in the course of this because usually when I draw these shadows here, I go, and this nib is so delicate that it will not.
I have some exciting news, Robbi.
Yeah?
Melissa has joined us.
Oh, hi, Melissa.
Yes. Melissa brings me gummy bears, and she
Oh, that
brings
Melissa.
shoe fly pie
I know
to
her.
Robbi's dad, Bob.
I know her as Ming.
Oh, well, I was trying to, not out her as Ming
Okay.
at this moment, but,
All right, so,
All right.
I wonder.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay, Robbi.
Referring to my drawing, I'm going to start with the ear for some reason.
All right.
Oh, this is hard to do.
Yeah, I bet.
Just so you know.
Could you put it over here? Could you, put it in there? Would that, leaning up against your speaker? Would that help?
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone. I should have figured this out
Oh, there you go.
earlier.
There you go. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if this whole thing collapsed?
It would.
Yeah. I mean, funny, not funny, haha.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys, I have an actual camera set up on order, but
Really?
not coming yet.
What do you mean?
The scanner thing that's supposed to do this for me.
Oh, so we'd be using that from, okay.
So I wouldn't have to set up the camera every time. You guys will
But
have
this is pretty exciting, you have to admit.
stop getting used to going to the beautiful fields while I set the camera up.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So we've got the ear. What's happening? I've already changed something. You might have noticed.
This is innovation.
In this one, the line goes from that part of the ear, and it just was a little wrong somehow.
Do you already want to start over?
I already want to start over, but that's
are you
okay.
going to?
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Okay. That nose.
We can't actually see what you're doing on YouTube, Robbi, because you're drawing below where the
Oops,
camera is
oops, I'm
showing.
sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
It's a really miserable environment. Robbi is drawing in the middle of a canyon.
Can you show the setup on Instagram, Matthew?
Yeah, this is the ridiculousness.
Trying to draw
This is how Robbi can multitask her drawing experience. This is a glass shelf from a storage unit downstairs. She's using copies of the real McCoys, so we have a little co-branding happening here, a little product placement.
That was not the intention, of course.
I know, but it's what
I'm
you
not
had on
trying to
hand.
just.
Oh my gosh, that cheek needs its own zip code or a license to be quite magnificent. There we go. All right.
Okay, so this is where I made the mistake in the sketch. I didn't do these spikes on the collar first. I did the line of the collar first, and then.
Oh, I see.
See,
and then you couldn't draw
then
through
I couldn't
them.
do the sort of three-dimensionality of it.
Got it. Okay.
All right. I'm afraid I made it too big. If I draw it like...
You're going to have to start over, aren't you?
I don't think I'm going to have to start over, but I'm going to have to give my dog a shorter... I'm going to shorten the body.
Okay.
Because there are lots of dogs that have a giant head short body. They're called, what are they called? French Bulldogs.
French Bulldogs have a pretty giant
such
head.
a giant head that
apparently they can't be naturally
they can't
born.
actually have natural
They don't
births.
fit through the birth canal.
Okay.
So I've heard. Is that true?
I don't know.
Does anyone know?
Somebody look that
seems so extraordinary. But French Bulldogs are pretty cute, I got to admit.
Okay.
Pretty darn cute.
Then I have the back, and I'm just going to make him just shorter.
Just a little lump
just
dog.
a little lump dog.
Yeah. Is that a haunch?
That's a haunch, but I think I drew it to, well.
Oh, is that a tail?
Might work. No, that's his foot. That's
his
foot.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, it looks so tasty. And that's another foot?
That's another foot.
Okay.
Oops, but ran out of room for the arm here.
Oh, I see. That's his other hind foot. Got it. This dog is physiologically confusing to me, but now I'm starting to see it. Wow, you've got some big gloops happening there, Robbi Bear.
Yeah, that's because I was paying so much attention to my to where I was drawing stuff that I did not pay close attention to dipping my pen in the ink, and I was just getting way too much ink on my pen.
Got it. Oh, what a cutie! I wanna hang out with that dog. Guys, we had the best dog in the world. Her name was Iggy.
She was the best.
She was the best. We got her one day when we were driving. We lived on a road in Baltimore called Falls Road. And we one day woke up and said, I wonder where this road goes. And we thought, it can't go very far. You know, roads end after a while. And we kept driving and driving. And we got to a place eventually where we got some lunch. Then we kept driving and driving. And we went for 42 miles on this same road. And soon we were in Pennsylvania. And then one day, and then at some point on the drive, by the side of the road, we saw a sign that said, Weimaraner puppies. And I knew that we were in trouble. You don't see a sign that says Weimaraner puppies in the car with Robbi Bear and get out of it without a major life change occurring. So that was Iggy. We bought Iggy that day. We didn't have any money, so we convinced the lady to give us Iggy and told her that we'd send her a check later.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't have any dog food or dog crate or anything, so we stopped at a Tractor Supply company on the way home and got what we needed for Iggy. It was
Can you
quite
guys
spontaneous.
see how I bent my nib?
Oh, Robbi.
But that's okay.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Well, it's not
it just
what I'm
shows you mean
supposed
it.
to do. It just shows I mean it.
Yeah.
So, so now my nib is broken.
Oh.
You can just barely see, you people on YouTube, but you guys on Instagram can probably see. See how that...
Just a little bit bent.
Just a little bit. There's
bent.
one of them bent. So now it will no longer hold that bubble of ink between it.
This is a sad story.
To make a line. But that's okay.
So
Guess what?
I can't say that no nibs were harmed in the making of
no
this drawing.
No nibs were harmed,
no,
but...
one nib was harmed.
I've got a...
Are you bragging about your nibs?
I'm bragging about. Look at all these
Look
nibs
at all
I
that.
have.
All right.
You guys, I'm so...
I was in pretty good shape.
Nibtastic.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not disappointed with this drawing.
I like it. It's so cute.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I think Coco turned out well.
It bears the mark of being a hand-drawn piece.
Yes, but you know
This
what?
is not something you could have made on the computer.
I want to fix that ear.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm just going to draw a line down from there, but I have to now get a new nib because I
Oh,
broke
you can't even use that nib for one single line.
No.
Wow.
I mean, I should have showed you.
Can you guys imagine if I had to get a new laptop every time I wrote a sentence? We would be so different financially. That is the truth.
I'm sorry that I... Okay, so the nibs come like this, right?
Oh, Jane would like to point out, Robbi, that if it goes off the page, it will just look like a dog lying in the hallway.
Well, that's true.
Jane, I like that. That is a half glass full type of perspective. So Robbi is what do you call that? Resheathing your
I don't know.
Remounting your nib, or is it
a
nib mount? Yeah.
My nib is so full. My handle is so full of ink that the little hole that the nib is supposed to go into is like all clogged up. Oh. I did buy.
Is there a nib cleaner?
Nib cleaner. Oh. But I brought it in the house and now I don't know where I put it.
Oh.
So my nib is actually not in very well.
Okay.
But because I'm just drawing a very tiny line, I'm hoping that it will not fall out.
This sounds like a problem that we're going to have to face. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Now it looks more ear-like.
Yeah.
Good job, Rob. Oh. What a cutie. Right. Now, you really probably have to let that dry pretty horizontally.
I do.
Because if you held that vertically, it would make a big mess at this point.
But you guys know what it looks like.
Well, in the next show, we'll have to be careful not to show it to people until it dries a little bit. Good job, Rob.
Thanks, man.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm looking forward to sharing this with folks.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to say goodbye to the people on Instagram?
Bye, people on Instagram.
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends.
Please, goodbye.
No, they're saying goodbye to me now.
Oh.
Yeah. I flipped it around.
Oh, okay. So now,
yes,
you find people.
Oh my gosh, I love it, Robbi.
I think
you really pulled it off.
Thanks, man.
Okay. May I remove the illustration and put it on the table behind us?
No. For the first, I need to give these people something to look at.
Okay. Can we watch the video where the man's wife gives him the meanest, saddest look when he programs the computer to tell her she's bad at basketball?
I'm afraid I turned that.
Robbi's going to create
you guys are going to look at the cover of the Real McCoys for a second.
Robbi's going to create a program that tells me I'm bad at drawing. Every time I do a drawing, it's just going to say, Matthew, you stink at drawing.
We are going to get a new setup here, guys, that makes this switch a little less.
I think the current setup is just fun. Do you want to tell them about Fun Foddy? When Robbi was in Alaska as a kid,
as a young child,
she and her brother and sister played a game called Fun Foddy.
Here's the thing, guys.
What?
My parents.
Yes. This sentence could end so many different ways.
Don't tell.
There's so many things
services.
about Robbi's parents that we could say.
My parents, I think we had a babysitter for one summer when I was the first summer that I was there.
When she was 18 months old.
Yeah, and after that we never had a babysitter. So our parents would leave us at home alone while they were fishing for I don't know.
They were just fishing on the other side of the bluff.
But sometimes they would be gone.
They could have been summoned.
Yes. But sometimes they'd be gone for 5 hours.
I don't want Bob to get arrested now.
8
okay?
hours.
All right, I got to put a positive spin on this. All right, Bob could have been gotten.
So we were just left alone at the house and told to entertain ourselves. My sister was 4 years older, so she was sort of in charge. My brother was 2 years older, and also so much trouble. I was a perfect angel.
That is, if anyone believes that, you have never met Robbi and never will know Robbi.
So we had these bunk beds that were built into the wall. That were probably, the top bunk was probably
pretty high.
It
pretty
was
8 feet high or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And so one of our favorite games, and I'm not sure why we called it this, was called Fun Foddy.
Fun Foddy.
Basically, we would climb up the outside of the bunk beds and scream Fun Foddy.
Fun Foddy. Was it like
Fun Foddy?
Was Foddy like a derivative of farty? No, Foddy was its own. F-O-T-T-Y.
F-O-T-T-Y.
Fun Foddy.
Because this was Alaska, we got to draw all over the furniture and stuff because it was just pieces of plywood.
If you guys go anywhere in Alaska, you're allowed to draw on anything you want to, okay? Like as soon as you get to
that is not
Ted
true.
Stevens International Airport, you just pull out your Sharpie and say, I was here.
We were living in a shack. Our new house is much nicer, and Kato did try to draw all over it when he was 2 and got in big trouble.
Excuse me, he did not try. He succeeded.
He did.
In drawing all over a piece of plywood. It did not go well.
No,
there was a lot of vigorous scrubbing and sanding by his father, who was
still
supposed to
didn't
have been
take it all the
watching
way
him.
out.
No, it's still there.
Yeah.
It was, as we say,
but anyway,
indelible.
So we wrote Fun Foddy on the rails of the bunk beds.
Yes.
And I don't know where it comes from.
Well,
it
Robbi,
wasn't even that fun of a game.
Some mysteries are... Well, fun was really relative, right? At the time, you were in a shack in Alaska with no Nintendo Switch.
Pouring outside and the wind was blowing sideways.
Right, and your parents had abandoned you, and you weren't given any food.
We were only allowed to have one can of canned fruit
am I correct
at any given time.
That there's no window in that room? It was pure darkness.
Well, that was part of the fun, was that it was just black, and you sort of were climbing around in the dark.
Didn't somebody fall off that 8-foot bunk one time?
Yes, but that was just from being asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, so my sister used to roll out of her bed sometimes, and you'd hear like, "Doom!" And we'd wake up and be like, and she'd be like, "I'm okay."
There is no one tougher than Michael Bear.
That's right.
She is nails.
She's the one who broke that kid's shin playing soccer.
Oh my gosh. All right, it's time to end the show.
Yes.
Let's see if there's anything else here. What does that say?
Matthew silently longs for Taylor ham, but spares you the details. Thank goodness. We've had enough about the Taylor ham. Silent. Sparing us the details. Thank you. Jokes? No way, there's time.
All right, let's end the show. Let's start a new show.
Yes.
Back-to-back action.
You
guys.
I need to wash out my nibs so that this new one doesn't get all
Are you going to leave me here with the children?
No.
With no backup, no support, no strength, no...
Over here, this where it says...
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends.
Click that, and then you have to click another one that says, are you sure you want to end? Now we go. End.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to end. I don't know if I